to the Southwest Florida REIA July 2010 foreclosure report. This information was compiled from our Lee County Clerk's website. If you've never been there, you should check it out. It's www.leeclerk.org. We then analyzed the data with Microsoft Excel. We pretty much had another month of the same. Last month we showed 890 mortgage-related Liz pendants. This month we had 882. It's pretty much a plateau we've hit. Of note, July of 2009 we had 1,877 filed, which is a pretty significant year-over-year reduction. When you're doing trend analysis, month over month can fool you. Year over year is generally a much better barometer. This chart shows the certificates of title that have been conveyed by the clerk's office. These are basically the foreclosure auctions from last month. What you're truly looking at here is the future REOs that will be sold, listed and sold. Now lenders, some within days have them on the market, some take much longer than that, so it's hard to say. I know we won't have 943 new REOs next month, but it gives you an idea of what's coming as far as the REO pipeline. This chart shows the mortgage-related Liz pendants. This is the beginning of the foreclosure process where they file the foreclosure. The certificate of title, which we just seen, is the end of the foreclosure process, which means either the lender or who bought it at the auction now has possession of the property. What I find the most interesting when I look at this chart is the period at the beginning of '07 when we had a plateau, and it was really a tipping point when we took off on the left side of the bell, which was pretty rapidly accelerating trend. As you can see, we've very clearly formed the right side of the bell as well. Now what this plateau means, I really don't know. About May of 2007, actually pretty much May of 2007, when I started doing the months going forward, I just got rid of my crystal ball. All you can really do is read the numbers, and the numbers will tell you what to do. To prognosticate with opinions based upon, this is a very uncertain trend, because you've got banks and their balance sheets, and then you've got moratoriums in and out of the trend. You've also got the modification programs, which muddle the process as well. So the future will be the future, and you can see it here on video. Here's the total trend with the Liz pendants and the certificates of title all in the same chart. It's pretty interesting. 4 months ago we hit a tipping point where the clerk of the court started conveying, auctioning more properties than we were filing. That's a pretty good milestone, because that is going to eat the backlog that's at the courthouse. Now we already have, we were probably about 29,000 cases at this point last year. We're now down under 20,000. The better it gets, the better it gets. So it's really something worth watching. But as time goes on, as the certificates of title continue to sit above the Liz pendants filings, that's a very good sign for our market. Here's the top 10 entities that acquired deeds via the foreclosure process. Fannie Mae has dominated for quite some time in taking the incoming deeds. Now, if you're watching or working in the REO market, I would be very aware of what Fannie Mae is doing, because they've got the lion's share of the deeds. So, you know, while there's a lot of other lenders that are still selling properties, Fannie Mae's kind of the 800-pound gorilla in the room, because on average they're getting 10 to 17% of the deeds being conveyed each month. Here's our top 10 Liz pendants filers. You've got Wells Fargo and Bank America, and those two have flip-flopped month after month as the top filer. A lot of what you're going to see there is actually they're servicing Fannie Mae loans, so you really won't know whose loan it is until it comes out of the courthouse, and even then it'll get deeded to other entities. Notes, we've already talked about most of this, so I'm not going to touch much on it. But fourth month in a row that we have had more deeds coming out of the courthouse than we filed. That's a big thing. I cannot stress that enough at how much that helps our market. Wanted to bring you up to date on what we have going on this month. August the 5th is our Lee County Luncheon. We're doing a statistical study of has the oil spill affected waterfront home sales in Lee County, and we're now broadening it out to the entire county sales to see whether it had an effect or not. This is going to be on August the 5th. Our luncheon starts at 11:30 a.m. Most of the people get there at 11. You've got a nice half hour to meet people. If you haven't been to a REIA meeting, it's a great way to get a snapshot into who we are and what we do. We meet at 4690 Colonial Boulevard. That's the Golden Corral by the Super Walmarts at 6 Mile Cypress and Colonial. It's 11:30 to 1 p.m. We generally will have people standing there talking afterwards. For Southwest Florida REIA members, you pay for your lunch only. Non-members, you pay for your lunch only, and it costs you $5. Now, our general meeting this month is August the 18th. We meet at the Hampton Inn at 4350 Executive Circle in Fort Myers. It's basically off Colonial by GFS and Dairy Queen, a little bit east of Fort Myers Ale House Metro. This month we're going to have Charlie Green, the lead clerk of the courts. He's going to give us his perspective on the foreclosures and the pipeline of cases in there. Charlie Green really goes without saying who he is. He's been our lead clerk since 1984. I really personally think his office does a great job. They haven't had the staff up, and could you imagine examining the workload that they have had from 2006 to today with the foreclosure? Such a huge exponential increase in their workload. We probably should have him talking about efficiency instead of the foreclosures, but I think we're all a little more interested in the foreclosures. Well, I thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, you can give me a call at 239-671-8248, or you can email me at jeff, at SWFL.REIA.com. You can always check out the association's website. To include on the homepage, there's a lot of data there. It's pretty much a running dialogue of what we've been through the last 3 years. If you haven't read it, take some time and read it. You can also add yourself to the REIA's main mailing list. The website is www.swflreia.com. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you make it a great day.